Hello, wonderful people. If you are seeing me for the first time, it is Educational Talent Show, the one and only TV program that brings you the most amazing intellectuals Gambians from all disciplines of learning. This program comes to you live on Fine TV Gambia, your only viewpoint, on every Sunday 4 p.m. leading. Today with me is our own very author, Ainika Kambo. If you are a writer and you don't know her or you've never come across her works, then I bet you need to do more of findings because she is not hidden at all. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about you.
Well, my name is Ainika Kambo, like you do say, and I love writing. Anything to do with writing,
Amazing.
I do.
I do realize that Ainika Kambo is not the real name, so it's beautiful though. But how did it came about?
Well, I had to think about copyright
Mm-hmm.
because there might be people who are named the same as I am,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Afal.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think and protect your work. So I had to come up with another name that I can use both in the Gambia and internationally. So
Amazing.
hence Ainika Kambo.
Ainika Kambo. I mean, you could search for Ainika Kambo in schools, in workplaces. I bet it will be very difficult for you to see that. So I think her name is very unique. Definitely. What was the inspiration about your book, African Fantasy?
Well, I love fantasy, and since I was a kid, I love delving in the fantasy worlds. I do. So I had to think about representing myself, my skin tone, my Africanness, the culture, and everything. So I had to dip into that and create an African fantasy book that I think people will like to read, I hope.
Of course. Of course, they will definitely read it. Look at this book. Have you ever seen a book that is as huge as this one? For me, it's my first time. I've learned that you actually wrote 5 amazing books.
Yes, I have.
How
There's
did you do
two,
that?
and I don't know, I just put in time and effort. If you want to reach a certain word count, you can do it. You just need to push yourself. Say, let's just say you come home from work and say, I want to write. Let me write one of my books. And I want a certain word count. If I don't read the word count, I won't go to bed. I won't. That's how dedicated you have to be in your writing career. If you want to take it up as a career, that is, you have to. You have to put in the work.
Definitely.
Yeah.
To write this huge, you have to put on so many energy. Do you think writing is necessary at all in the Gambia?
Why not? If we don't tell our own stories, who will tell the stories? If you want to teach the masses, do you want to wait for someone to come and teach us what we should know? If you want to give out a moral lesson about the society you live in, if you're angry about something, you don't let someone write it. You write the story yourself. So I think it's important that we write our own stories. Because if you don't write your story, then someone will write it for you.
So many people will say writing is unnecessary in the Gambia because you write the amount of money you put. I know some will say it's not all about finance, it's not about making money, it's just something I love to do. But so many will tell you that writing here is just unnecessary because you're going to put so much that you won't be able to retrieve at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's also true. But if you like writing, you should write. But the public should also help. That's one of the biggest problems. People don't help. Well, not all, but some will help. But majority, if an author steps out and you give out these letters to institutions and all the other places that you will think under the sun, you don't get many people coming back and say, I want to do this for you. That's the difference. You go to other places in Africa, they will help. Here, not so many people. Why? And it's not like people don't have money. Some do have money. We have a lot of people who have a lot of money here. It's just they don't want to put it in the right channel.
Definitely.
They don't. And I think maybe they don't believe in some people in their writing. I can't think of anything why they wouldn't help. I mean, if you're in a position to help someone, help them.
Definitely.
But not many people help when others are launching their books. You write so many letters and not many will come back. Or if someone comes back, oh, wait till tomorrow or call me another day. And if you call, they're busy. What's going on? If you don't help your own people, who is going to help Gambians?
People would rather pay $50,000
For
for a
Galadinas,
Galadina, but
and bring in foreign artists and all of that lot, than invest in the literary space of the Gambia. That's wrong.
how then are you able to publish this more? Because I know this cost a fortune.
It did cost money.
How did you do it?
Well,
5 books, how did you publish them?
I had to use my own money. I had to. Because if people are not there to help you, why will you step out from the sides and say, hey, I've written this many books? That's one of the reasons I haven't launched any yet. All I do is I just keep writing. Maybe one day it will happen, hopefully. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I hope it happens. I really hope everybody will
Yeah.
come out and help this young lady because she's doing extremely well. Recently, a lot of people are publishing books. How do you see that? Do you think everybody is just trying to become famous out there? Because I've seen somebody wrote something about Gambian writers. The person made mention of so many people are going into writing because they just want to be known or they just want to make quick money. Do you think that is the case with writers?
Well, it depends on why you are writing. Are you writing for the money? Or are you writing for fame? Or are you writing because you want to write? You want to change your society. You want your stories to be read, to be enjoyed. But if you're writing for the wrong reasons, stop writing them. Because you want, you want. It's easy to make a name in the Gambia. Everybody, I mean, even some guys who play football, I mean, it's so easy. Oh, this guy's a footballer. Oh, he can do this. Oh, he can sing. But can they really do it when put to the test? And will there be help?
No.
Not necessarily. But you write because you want to write, unless you don't want to write anymore.
Definitely.
But if you want to write, if you want to be a great author, you need to think, why am I writing? Are you passionate about it?
I think that's very, very important. Being
Yeah.
passionate about
You
it.
need to be passionate. Because if you're not passionate, why do you keep writing? Even if you know there's nothing coming at you. It can pay your bills. Why do you keep writing? Because you hope you want to change, you want to create change in your society. You want people to enjoy what you craft. You're crafting so many things. The future generations could look up to it, read, enjoy your works. That should be why you write.
It should be based on passion and not because you want to make quick money or probably to be famous out there. Do you focus on only prose or you focus on other genres of literature?
I do other genres. I don't just concentrate on prose. Because I think an all-round author is someone who will write different genres. You have to. Well, you don't need to if you don't. But particularly if you really want to reach a certain goal or a certain level, you need to try some or, if not all, of the genres and see where you're at, how you will do. And because every genre you write, you might surprise yourself. Every genre that you write will sound different than the last one. Whether it's horror, fantasy, science fiction fantasy, young adults, or crossovers. It depends on what you want to do. I like fantasy. I do.
Yeah, definitely. Because these are two fantasy books, so definitely that shows it all. Have you ever been put in a position that made you feel like, you know what, I need to stop this writing because it's just wasting my time?
Yeah, not really. Probably one time when I had a critique, I didn't take it quite well. Because I thought, oh, I'm doing quite well and I'm really good at what I'm doing. Turns out I wasn't. And I had this critique that just sat at my wall. But what I did, I stepped back and went through the letter that I was sent. Okay, I think what this person saying is right. I should have done this, I should have done that. So I went back and I did exactly that, and that is how I improve in my writing.
That means, in essence, you are telling us that sometimes you need to accept critics from other people.
Don't think you are the best writer, or don't think just because you write 1, 2, 3, 5 books, 10 books, don't think you're really great at it without criticism. You have to have criticism. People need to tell you if your book is really bad or not. If you don't have criticism,
You won't progress.
you won't really progress as a writer, because you just be chucking the books out at a really fast rate, and you think that your story is that great. But stories do follow certain elements in your writing. If you don't have those elements, your story is flat. It will fall down on its face, because a story goes like this. It's like a graph. It goes like this, it goes like that, and then it goes down. You have the introduction, and you have everything, the conflict, you have the climax, and it goes down. You need to conclude it.
Definitely.
But if you rust it like that,
And you don't want anybody to tell you this is wrong or this is right.
then you should stop writing.
They said if you don't want any criticism, then do nothing and say nothing. You just be on your own.
Yeah, don't step out and say I'm a writer.
Definitely.
You need to take criticism like a good champ. You do take it and use it. It will make you better. If you don't fail, how can you be better? You need to fail before you are at your greatest. Everyone didn't just start walking right away. You were babies before, crawling, walking. So same for writing. You can just get up and say, I'm gonna write, and then you don't want people to tell you that it's shit. If it's shit, people will tell you it's shit. Sorry for my language,
No,
but
it's okay.
if it is, it will. If it's good, if it needs improvement, people will let you know. I think this chapter needs an improvement. Unless you've seen it before, then you go back, because it does happen to me. I'll do something, then I have to go back and check, oh, that's a mistake. Or someone reads it and tell me, oh, then I go back, I rectify it, and I did it.
Amazing. No wonder you came up with such an extra. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Wow.
Do you have any Gambian author that you looked up to? Because we know we have quite a number of Gambian authors.
Yeah. I do like the works of Nana Gray Johnson and Maxwell. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I really like it. Growing up, I read Nana Gray Johnson's Magic Clubhouse. It's lovely. I love where he had to use the Africanness, that really great African Gambian thing. Look at the calabash.
Yes.
And just create something like that. Why are we not doing that? Why? Right now, African fiction is the hottest thing. It is. Check anywhere. People are hungry for African fiction. They are. Fantasy. They want it. They want to read it, provided it's good enough. If it's good enough, why not? They want to read it. But if you didn't manage to capture the reader's attention in the first few pages, they will throw it away.
Definitely.
Even me, if I read a book and you haven't been able to capture my reader's keenness, I won't read it. I put it down. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
If it doesn't capture my attention, if it doesn't make me think, keep me on my toes, that I have to keep flipping the pages. I want to know what's happening next. I want to know that I won't even sleep because I want to read your books.
Definitely.
It happened to me where I've got some books that I've just got to think, I have to read this. I have to see it. I have to finish this book. If I don't finish it, I won't be sleeping till 3, 4 o'clock, and I have to go to work the next morning.
Wow.
But that's how you have to capture your reader's imagination. Make them your reading slaves. Get them to read your work. Because if you're not able to do that little thing, that one thing,
it is not working.
It's not working.
Definitely.
And right now, yeah, there's a lot of authors stepping up from the shadows saying, oh, and there are a lot of book launches. Every few weeks or so, or every month, you hear, oh, there's a book being launched.
It's happening frequently.
Yeah.
Frequently now.
It's good. Means there is change. There is progression in the writer community. It's happening. But we need to be there, not there. Look at Nigeria. Fair enough, I know they're much more, well, a little bit advanced more when it comes to literature, but they did that. They reached the stage they are right now for a reason. Most of their authors take criticism, and they just don't write a little bit 5 pages. They did a little bit more,
Yeah.
and they also had help. Some of them did, not all, but some of them also stepped out of their comfort zones and reached out to international markets, literary agents. Some will publish it themselves on Amazon. Why not? Not many books, not many Gambian books are on Amazon.
Yes.
And they can do it because I've got my books on Amazon. I've put them there by myself. So if I can do it, why can't other people do it? You want to reach the international market. Fair enough if some people don't buy your book in the Gambia. You can force people to buy your book. It is true. Because sometimes people will come to your book launching. Some of the people won't buy your book.
Why do you think that happens? Could it be we are not doing better compared
Maybe
to
they
other people?
don't, maybe the people don't believe in the writers themselves. Not all, but some people, or a good percentage of people, will not buy your books. They want to come, they want to take pictures. They don't want to buy your books. Why? I mean, that's not good.
Definitely.
You need to help the author. It costs for them to get the people coming, to go to media houses, tell them I've got a book coming and all of it, to let you know, you the reader, coming to their launch, and you don't buy their books.
It's disheartening.
It's very bad. It is. It is really bad. And some will say, oh, give me your number, I'll call you. You don't hear from them. I mean, it's just so. That's not good.
That's
Don't
not
put
good.
put people's hopes up just to let them fall on their faces. You do that, and some will promise, oh, I will give you this, I'll give you that. You don't get it.
Definitely.
They're not good.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Even at book launches, sometimes people go to a book launching and
Thing
place
is-
a pledge.
Yeah.
They'll pledge, this is what I'm going to buy.
It's just a lie.
But at the end of the day, they don't just
No,
do
they
it.
want, some of the guest speakers
That
won't
is
even buy the books.
association, like these are sometimes writing associations in
Yeah.
the Gambia.
So we need to be true to ourselves. Be true to yourself. Be true to the writer. If I'm not gonna buy your book, I'm not gonna buy it. It's simple, but I will not promise that I'll buy your book and not do it.
Definitely.
It's crazy. Why? And people do it all the time.
Sure. I can definitely attest to that fact,
Yeah,
honestly.
but they're good. They're really happy with taking pictures. Oh, come on, let's take a picture. Hold your book. Did you create the book just for people to take pictures?
No.
You're there to buy the book and read it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It is.
I mean, talking about all of that, how will you rate the writing association of the Gambia?
Well,
Out of 10.
they're not doing what they should really do. They're doing good, but not enough. Not enough. Because you got aspiring writers. They up and coming. Who's gonna guide them?
No one.
Why did they get into these writing associations? Why? Because they want to learn. They want to learn, but these mentors are not ready to help.
And sometimes these associations even are not free. Like you get to pay them monthly, you get to pay them yearly, and you don't see anything from them.
Well, if it's for me association, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't really want to pay unless you have a boot camp. Do a boot camp, and let people understand that it takes money and time for people to show up. I haven't seen where an author steps out and teaches aspiring authors anything they want to know. I haven't had any. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't had any where they say there's an event coming. For example, this author is going to be speaking at this event. The rules, the tips and tricks of writing. No one is trying to do that. Everybody wants to hold their own secret, their own techniques. I've tried opening a group page. I've opened one, Jollof Mentorship Program, but I haven't had anyone. Some have, but no one has really signed up to do it. No. And it's going to be a 4-month thing, and I'm going to teach them what I have learned all these years. would have managed to know.
Maybe.
But no one, because if they probably don't know you,
Yeah.
they be thinking, okay, maybe she's just lying, maybe she doesn't know what she's saying, or she can't really do it, or maybe I don't have the time. People don't want to learn.
Definitely.
If you want to learn something, you can go to university and think you are a very good author, and someone who's never gone to university will write a better book than you.
Sure, it's happening.
Credentials will not make you a good author.
Definitely.
You can, it's your practice, it's your passion and your language that you use to write good books. And if you don't know the steps, the tips and the tricks, and you need to form your own writing language. What I say that you need to form a way that you write, you tell the reader. And most people, the way when I see their books, they tell the story. They don't show the story. A good writer will have to show the story. You do not tell the story. Because if you do, why do I need to read it? Just give me a summarized version and let me go my way.
Definitely. Because it's
Why?
always it's just about you
Yeah.
and not other people.
It's crazy.
If you are the president of Writers Association, what is that one thing you will do for writers?
Well, I will have to get the younger generation, aspiring authors that want to better their craft. Even if it's just twice in the year, do that. Do a boot camp. Get people to come. And if they're too far, give them a virtual boot camp. Get them to come online. You do it. Get a class on Google Docs. Do it. And when you do it, they learn. Get them to be distant learners. If they have to pay a certain fee, get them to pay. You want to learn. Teaching and learning something. When someone's teaching, it's not that easy. Maybe they stopping something, halting everything just to teach you something. So if it's going to cost, get them to pay because they're learning how to be better writers. But have you seen one? Have you seen any?
No.
I joined the Writers Association, Young Writers, last year. Have you seen any?
No.
Associations, all associations need to do something.
Definitely.
Especially if they're writers. I'm not talking about poetry. Fine if it's poetry. It's not so hard. It is not so hard. Crafting a story is harder than poetry. Yeah, it is. Much harder. I've done poetry in school. It's not so hard.
Definitely.
Doing the book, editing it, and all of that lot is much harder than people think it is. Yeah, so associations need to do something.
Yeah.
They do.
And despite all these challenges, but you still keep writing. What do you love most about writing?
Oh, I do love writing because in my mind, it can take me places. That's how I create so much like secondary world fantasy, where it's, for example, let's just say you've got a Gambia, but it's not Gambia, like an alternate Gambia, but not really Gambia. So everything is about world building. I love the world building aspect. I do. Having to create my own people, my own race, my own language even. It's mind-bending. I love it.
I mean, they said reading takes you to places that you've never been to.
Yeah.
So if you are writing, it's like you are, even if you've never crossed the border, it's like you are in the States.
You are. It's another way of traveling. You just travel through your mind. You do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What are some of the major challenges you face?
Publishing wise, because I had to get it. I'm not saying we don't have good printing houses here. We do, but it's expensive. The least anyone can have is get a publishing house out here. Get a publishing house. We don't have a publishing house.
No, I doubt.
It's a printing house, because there's a difference. Printing, publishing, they're two different things. If you go to a place and you pay for your book to be printed, and you pay for everything, cover and everything, that's a printing. A publishing house is where you've got an editor, publisher, there.
Even the marketer sometimes.
Yeah, all of it. It's an in-house thing. They take care of everything. Even if they don't give you an advance, even if you do not have an advance, they will take your book and they will market it and they will sell it and you get your percentage. That is a publishing house. People are getting it very wrong. And you need a literary agent. We don't have any of. Even if you don't have the literary agent, get the literary agent out of the way. But even a publishing house, we don't have it. Why? That will take us so many places. Because where do you go in the Gambia that you send a query letter to and you tell them, for example, let's just say I'm writing a query letter. Let's just say, let's name the publishing house Greenleaf Publishing, for example. So you say, you write your query letter and you go, if there's a literary agent, if not, you just send, address the letter to Greenleaf Publishing. Dear Greenleaf Publishing. Then you write in the subject line the book you're writing. But if you're pitching the work, who do you have to do it? There is no.
There's no.
Instead, you have to send it out overseas, international publishing houses, and most of the time you do get rejections. It's not that your book's not good enough. It's not that. It is good enough. They probably are not taking that kind of book.
Well, they don't relate to that story because the things that happen here are not what is happening in there.
Not really. If they're not taking BIPOP stories, own voices, or any other thing, if they're not taking any of those stories, don't even think about they won't take you. They won't. So we need a publishing house.
Definitely.
We do. Someone to take all that away. Even if it's going to be part sponsored or co-owned or whatever, no one's doing that. Instead, printing houses are making money, authors are not making money, no one's helping them. Sometimes you will have to take a loan if people don't pledge. And how do you pay it back if people don't buy your book?
It becomes difficult.
It will be very difficult if people don't buy your book.
What makes a good writer?
Well, a good writer, the least you can do is be dedicated to your work, write, try to be better. Try to be better. You can't really be the best or anything, but you need to be trying to hone your craft into the sharpest of weapons, which is your writing. Hone it into the best it can be. Because it's not a competition with any other author. It's not. It's just you pushing yourself, moving forward, one stage after another, one milestone after another. And before you know it, you see that you flourish as a writer.
And I think a lot of time in the Gambia here, writers look at one another as competitors.
That's the problem.
Hardly you hear anybody talking about another person's work. It's always about them.
Yeah, because it's made as if it's a competition. It's not a competition. What you write is different from what another author writes.
Definitely.
Why does it have to be competition? We should be helping each other, cross-promoting our books together. But even on the associations, if each author is thinking me, not us,
it becomes difficult.
And then you don't help the growing generations. Someone wants to be at least near where you are, but you're not ready to help them with what you have, what you know. You don't want to help.
It becomes difficult.
No, because they gatekeeping what they know. Why do you have to gatekeep? If you want them to pay, tell them pay, and I will tell you if it's about an issue about money, get them. Be outright honest. If you want money, I want money. Pay me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Yes.
Yeah. If not, help them with your own pure heart. Don't expect anything in return. Especially female writers. It's hard. It is hard because we don't take women seriously. We don't. Even though with all this talk, women are not taken seriously. They're not. Because I can remember one time when I was walking one time and this person, I was saying, do you think a woman can be president? I said, let the woman go home and sit at her husband's home.
Wow. Wow.
So are we taken seriously?
No.
No, we're not. Our society is not taking us seriously. We are, when we are kids, when we are babies, when we grow up, all you hear is, you have to be good so you can be a good housewife, be a good mom. Why?
That's just it.
Why? Not saying I'm not going to be a good mom. That's different to my aspirations in life. So all they say is no, 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 no. You have to be good. In the hopes, what you're not thinking that you can be something else. That this girl child can be better at something. Really, you don't. Our own parents, most of our parents, gave up on us when we were already growing up.
Definitely.
And when you say, "Oh, I want to do this," no, think about when you grow up, you have to take care of your family, worry about the husband, and all of that lot. You do need to, but that is different from your aspirations. Your aspirations should be different from your family life. So instead of grooming that girl child into being the submissive baby making machine, let her become who she wants to be. She will be the wife and the mother and whatever she wants to be. She will be. That's different because she needs to have something in life that she likes to do, and that can give her a career to do something. If she wants to be a writer, a lawyer, a football player, whatever. But no, you're told no.
You're always being tamed, that they always tame you down.
Society is stepping on us. It is. So I can say we're not taking women seriously. We still have some way to go. It's changed a little bit now, but there's still something missing. It's missing.
Yeah.
It is.
Do you think it's important writers write about politicians, whether positive or negative?
Well, it depends on how you want to impart your story to the masses. You don't need to write about anyone you know, but you get creative. You surprise yourself with how you can write about politicians. You gotta show people because they need to know. We're seeing stuff every day, so why not? You should write about politicians. Why not? You should, because you need to show the people. Writing is about showing the world what you think is acceptable, and what you think is not acceptable. Yeah.
And as far as politicians are part of the society, so
they're people at the end of the day.
Yes.
Take the name away. They're like you and me.
Yes.
Nothing different. They do the same things we do. So there's nothing different. Difference is how they can persuade the masses, and the masses let themselves be persuaded. Crazy.
Amazing. Has anyone looked at you in the past and was like, writing is not for you, so please just quit it?
Not really. I haven't had that. If someone says that, I will have a lot of things to tell them.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think our writers are improving compared to the previous years?
Yeah, they are improving. They are. They do have some ways to go, but yes, they're improving. They are, because books have been sprung out willy-nilly. And yeah, there's a high spike in shortages of when it comes to books. Yeah.
You can walk to a school and ask students who is Harry Potter. Harry Potter is as far as, she's so far away from us, but I'm pretty much sure if you ask them, a quite number of you will be able to answer your question. But probably if you tell them who is this author that is in the Gambia, they might not be able to answer your question. Why do you think is that? Why do they lack knowledge of Gambian writers?
Well, because people are not marketing enough, and they can't help it. They probably don't have the money to market. Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, she has help. She has a publishing house. So when the book went off, she can reach all the way to Africa. So if you want, I know we can really say it would be like Harry Potter, but if we want our books to be anything, at least known in the African continent, we need a publishing house. You don't expect authors to just do it by themselves.
Definitely.
If they don't have enough money to do it, it's not gonna work. Harry Potter is known because of the publishing and the marketing efforts of a whole team of a in a publishing house. That's why Harry Potter is not. Same for Things Fall Apart.
And I think one of the fact that those people are known is because even our own schools, we get to use outsiders their books compared to the ones we use here.
Yeah,
Because it's WAEC examination, you have books that Gambians are sitting about other authors instead of Gambian authors.
yeah, I think it's wrong. The educational board to lose something. I mean, when you look at it, I graduated high school in 2014, but we were using Nigerian books. Why does it have to be Nigerian books? Why not African? Well, Gambian books to be exact. It's African when it comes to the Nigerian, but it's not Gambian. Why? We need the educational board to consider what they're doing and do something different. Start consider African Gambian books. If the book's not edited correctly, get the author to edit it until it's up to standard to the Gambian standard or to whatever standard they want, and get it in schools. The school kids are not reading about Gambian literature, not many. Yeah, because when I was in high school, I did Women of Owu. It's a drama about
Is it a Gambian
no,
drama? No.
Women of, even the name Owu, it's Nigerian, and despite that, it's made to mimic Helen of Troy. Helen of Troy movie, yeah, it's made to depict or mimic that part. So it's not, it wasn't really original. It was just taken there and used as that. And Purple Hibiscus, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I say it right. Why not take a Gambian walk? Get it sent to WAEC. Why does it have to be Nigerian? Take a Gambian book, get it vetted by WAEC, get it in the system. But it doesn't even have anything like that. Why?
I don't know why. I think
It's
the
just
Ministry
wrong.
of Education really has to do something.
They need to do something. It's been a long time coming. They need to do something. And
amazing
even if
authors.
they're vetted, how will the schools even take it? Will the schools take it? I don't know. Do you have to convince them to take it? So the educational board, the Minister of Education needs to really think. We need to do something about that. We do. I know she's doing a lot and she's really great and all, but we need to start considering that, because all these years it's never been thought of. It's never been done.
Definitely.
Some schools are doing it now. I've seen some, but nowhere near where school kids from grade 7 to grade 12, they should be able to read these books.
Well, at least you ask them a question, name at least 5 authors.
Because they're not reading stories from authors. The libraries don't have it.
Yes.
You don't. How will kids do it? I think it's about conditioning. If not, we will start thinking outsiders' books are much better than Gambian books. We do have really great, amazing writers.
Sure.
We do. Now, if you don't help them, then no one will help them. You can expect a foreigner to come out and help them. Wrong. Not saying they won't, but help the Gambian first.
Definitely.
It's a Gambian country.
I mean, your home first.
Yeah, it's my home first, your home, everyone's home first, before anyone. So start considering authors. If the book's not good enough, tell the person it's not good enough. Do this, do that. Take the book, chuck it in the educational system, and get it used by school kids. They will use it.
Yeah.
If I was asked when I was in high school or upper basic school if I want to read Gambian books in the school system, I would say yes. I would.
I mean, because you relate to that more compared to the other countries, because things happening in Gambia, you know the things that are happening in the Gambia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
When did you discover your talent?
I did discover that I've got a knack for writing when I was 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an early stage. 14 years.
I
If
loved
somebody
reading.
told you, because sometimes we have people who notice what we really can do, or you just sat down yourself and you realize writing is just something you're very good at.
Well, to be a good writer, you need to be a good reader. Because if you're not a good reader, how can you be a good writer? You need to be able to get that much inspiration, that much ideas, chuck it in your head for so long. before you be able to start thinking of scenarios, how to craft this, how to craft that. I've always been a reader. I started reading when I was in kindergarten, nursery school, because our headmistress used to read to us during story time.
Yes.
And from then on, I love holding books. I love holding books. If I see a book, I will hold it.
I mean, this did not just come for nothing. It started from a very very early. Like when I saw this book, I was like, oh my goodness. I felt so jealous. I was like, all those people praising us out there. Oh no, bye, you did this, you did this. If they see this, they will look at me.
Come on, no.
They will not look at me.
No, don't say
This is
that.
massive.
It's just time and sitting down and doing it. That's all.
Amazing.
Just sit and do it. You push yourself. If you do 1,000 words every day, a month is 30,000. 2 months, 60. 3 months, at least 90.
I mean, it's not that easy. It's not as easy as she.
It's not
as she's
easy.
saying it.
Some days you don't feel like writing. Some days you have writer's block.
Yes.
Some will.
Like you don't even know what to think anymore.
No, if you just stare at the screen and think, try and get the story to come. If you're stuck at that scene, move out of that scene, try another one. By the time you get stuck on that one, you go to the last one and you finish that, then you go to that one.
Amazing.
You have to. It's a technique.
It's very easy for you, but tell us about the Last Flame Rider. What is this book about?
It's a young girl's fight
Okay.
for her freedom, and she metamorphosed into this fierce warrior, this beautiful warrior fighting for freedom. And so I've got it set in medieval Mali.
Okay.
And
Mali?
back in the days, we were once part of Mali. If you do your history well, we did. So I've got to get my African mythology parts, put cultures, put ethnic groups in it. If you read it, you see it. And just chuck it in, mix magic, myth, taboo, whatever you can think, and you got a book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think Ainika Kambo is a very fascinating somebody.
That's not
If
fascinating.
you have not, you are. If you have not grabbed a copy of this book, please, you need to have it right now and read, because you cannot miss the things that are in here. How much is the book?
I'm selling a copy for $850.
$850.
Yeah.
As huge as it is just $850. If we are having an artist here, I don't want to mention any artist name because I don't want them to come for me. But even if they charge you $50,000, you will gladly pay it.
Yeah.
This is just $850. So it's very, very important. We look for knowledge, buy it, and I'm pretty much sure you love it because you will learn a lot, so much in it.
Yeah.
What advice will you give the viewers, especially people who are into writing?
Well, don't rush your stories. Take your time. Don't be in a rush to launch your book, to publish your book. Take your time and think. You have to get to know the characters, because the characters you are writing, you need the reader to fall in love with your character. Whether they be a villain, they be the heroine, the hero, whatever. People need to have a cause. Give them the cause. That is the characters you're writing. Get them to, wow, I want this. Oh God, why did you kill this character?
Definitely.
I will go and kill this writer.
Definitely.
That is what you want. So you have to really be, kill your darlings. Kill your darlings. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Kill your darlings, because sometimes you need to kill your darlings. Don't just expect one character to be so great. They need to, you need to remember, they're humans. They gotta cry, they gotta laugh, they gotta be angry, they need to blame someone, they need to cause. Put emotions in it.
Yeah.
Put yourself in your character's shoes and write. If you don't put yourself in your character's shoes, you won't be able to write. You need to feel their pain. You need to love who they love. That's how it is.
But please do not kill who they love, because my sister always, whenever we are watching a movie and then somebody she really loved died, she will tell us, okay, in the present, in the future, the person will get up, so the person is not dead. So I'm pretty much sure she always loved happy ending. So I think it's important we put happy ending. I'm afraid time is against us.
Yes,
What would
yes.
be your final message out there?
Well, Thank you, viewers, and thank you, Bayo, for reaching
It's
out.
an
I
honor.
really, really like that I did step out. You gave me an opportunity to
Yes.
step out and say hi to everyone, reveal myself and what I like doing. I love writing. And hopefully I'll be able to launch these two books soon, and I will do. And I hope that the public will come out in their full numbers and help, not just come and just take a picture
Yes.
and just say, oh, I'll call, or next time give me your number. Not good.
Not
That
good.
won't work.
Not good.
No.
You can take pictures somewhere else, but you
Yeah.
see, if it's about time to launch this book,
Buy
you
the
need to
book
come
and take
out.
a picture.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Buy the book. You know what? I will be the guard. I will personally be a guard at the book launching. And if I see you taking pictures, you don't have any book, I'll tell you, please excuse us. But on a serious note, please, you need
Oh,
to grab a copy. It's just 8.50. It's very, very cheap. It's very, very cheap. Grab it and you will learn a lot. Thank you so much for coming. We really
thank
appreciate.
you.
It is coming fast. If you are scared about the tailor to give your clothes to, we have some tailors who will grab your clothes, but they will not do as expected. I have this particular number that I will give you, and if you go to this individual, you have the perfect clothing you need. Call this number on 299-2408, 299-2408, and then your clothes will be delivered, and then you will like it as expected. Thank you so much for watching. Until we come your way the next time, do have
Thank
a
you.
beautiful days ahead.